It's that Chattanooga choo-choo.
Hey, what's up, my peoples? EmGo here, the freaking geek himself, and today we will be reviewing the Takara MPG-04 Masterpiece Gattai Suiken. So here we are, and there he is, and first and foremost, as always, we'll take a quick look at the packaging. Right up front here we have Suiken in both of his modes. He is the Field Fighter Trainbot Suiken. Up top, Suiken. On the bottom, words, things, stuff that I cannot read. On this side, Suiken. On this side, Suiken. On the back of the box, we have our obligatory product shots, this, that, thing, stuff, and the other, and that's basically it for the packaging. Also included is the collector's card with a nice piece of artwork there of Suiken, and on the back, some more things that I cannot read, and text specs if that interests you. Hooray for cards. Then, moving right along, here we have Suiken, and this is the next component of Takara's Masterpiece Raiden. And here he is in his train mode. He is packed in train mode. A nice green and orange train, but let's get in close here so we can take a look at the detail. There's nice transparent windshields there. You can see the windshield wipers picked out in paint, even some little details there, like the handle picked out in silver. You got the coupling right there. And moving down the side, you can see all those windows. Done in transparent plastic with some silver trim up top. Got all this going on. Some nice detail throughout. Got the little wheels. Back, got that back door. Overall, nice looking little tray, and there is the top, there is the bottom. He does have visible heads. It's the back of his head, but it's still there. It's there. You can see it. He does roll, as rolling things should. Hooray, hooray for rolling. And for comparison, here he is with the Masterpiece Sideswipe, with Earthrise Prime, with MP-44 Prime. Here he is with the Moon Studio version. So you can see how that works out. And here he is with the rest of the team that we have so far, and they are looking quite good together, so there you go. Now, as far as accessories go, you do get the section of track, and of course you can just drop Suiken down, like so. Sometimes it's a bit of a chore to get the wheels lined up where they're supposed to be, but you can do it. It's doable. It's a doable thing. Just takes a bit of doing. Takes a bit of doing to do that doable thing, but it's doable. I swear it's doable. There, it's been. Nope, it wasn't done. I thought it was, but it's a. There we go. I think we got it. We got it. We got it. Hooray! We didn't get it. Oh, well, but you get the idea. The train can sit on the tracks. You also get the stand adapter piece right here, just done in transparent plastic, and this will just plug in right there, and we can bring in, this is the arm from Masterpiece Black Arachnia. This is the one they want you to use. You could plug this into any of the 4 points there in the tracks, and of course you can plug this into this adapter. And voila, you can have flying trains. Hooray, hooray. Ah, that's not flying, that's falling. It's falling with style. There we go. Hooray, hooray for flying trains. Now, as far as weaponry goes, we do get his blaster here, just cast in gray, but a nice design. You can store this on the train mode by simply folding up the handle and then taking the barrel, and that will fold up like so. And then you have these two tabs right here underneath, and you just plug it in, plug it in, plug it in, plug it in. Like so. Oh, no, wait, wrong way. This way, this way. There's the proper orientation. Just a point of remembering what it is. There we go. And that's how you store the blaster. And how dare you? How dare you? That's disrespectful. Disrespect. There you go. See, it's not supposed to fall out. There you go. Now, he does come with the combined mode gun as well, but that is stored in the train, and I'll show that off in a little bit. And, of course, you can have all of your trains connected together as connecting trains do. So, there you go. So that is basically it for the train mode. So let's get down to transformation, shall we? Let's... Ooh, pretty good spin. Let's go. So the first thing you want to do is essentially just take this whole front section of the train and just pop it off and put that off to the side like so. Next you're going to take this section here, it's just pegged on, flip that back, and you just want to take this section here and just kind of crack it open a little bit so you can get under here and pop these side sections out. You're going to flip this panel down and then collapse this down onto the side like that. Same thing on the other side, just bring that out, flip that down, and bring that down like so. And once that is done, we can split this entire assembly here and we can start working on the legs. So what we need to do here is we need to open up this panel, take these wheels here, just bring them up, just get them out of the way. This whole section here, this whole assembly is just going to swing out to the side because that will give us the clearance we need to extend the leg out. Make sure you extend all of these joints like so. Now this is on a slider right here, so you want to slide it all the way down. And what's going to happen here is this section is going to sit in this groove right here. And the best way to do it is to just kind of line this up and do this first. And you can see that sits right in there, just pegs right in. Once you do that, you can close this up. Take these wheels, bring them back and down. Take this back section and just extend it downward so you can flip out his toes. And then this little section here at the door will rotate up. You take that coupling, just kind of tuck that in. And last thing is to take this and flip it into the leg. And there you have a leg all done. Second verse is just like the first. And now he has two legs. Hooray for legs! And now we move on up. So now we're going to take all this here. It's on a double hinge. You can see the hinges right here. So you just want to bring this out. It tabs into the sides here. So untab that and then just bring all this out. You're basically bringing up and out on those hinges here. So you want it looking like that. So just bring all that up and out. You can then straighten out the arms, untab the arms, and we're going to take these sections here and just push them down, like so, on either side. Slide those down, and to get the arm situated, all you're going to do is just bring the arm down on this hinge, and then bring the shoulder back on this hinge here, and then just drop it down. And there is your shoulder set in place, and that's how you want that looking. So same thing here, just bring that down, bring the shoulder back on that hinge, and then just drop it down, and voila. So that's done. We can take this whole section here, swing that back, flip this black panel up, then flip all of this up, and then just bring this down. You can angle this down if you want to. You can angle this whole hinge down, actually, if you want to, and have it sitting a little bit more flush. And then just bring that over, but I think you're supposed to leave it a little bit more at 90-degree angles. That way this kind of drapes over, but that's a case of really do what you want. Then you got that situated. Rotate the arm at the bicep, and then open up this panel, flip out the hand, close that up, and there you have an arm all done. And guess what? You're going to do the same thing on the other side. And the last couple steps we need to do with this section anyway is take his pecs and just slide them out ever so slightly, and then take his head and shift it forward. And there we have this bit all done. So now it's time to work on this section here. So on the underside, you want to open up these panels here, and here is where the combined mode gun stores. So you just want to slide this section out, and that's how you want it oriented when it's in there. Just rotate that up. You have one section, and this section here will slide out as well, just those little grooves that it goes into, and it slides in that orientation. Handle first, just bring that down, and then you have the main barrel, which is best to just kind of open all this up and then just crack that open, swing these panels out to the side. This is the easiest way to access that. Open that up, and there you have the main barrel of the gun. Just plugs into a little post in there, and there you have all of that, and this will connect together thusly, and that makes the combined mode gun. Now, an issue I have with mine is that these two sections do not like to stay together, like at all. There's like next to no friction. I'm going to have to fix that up. Could just be my copy. I've watched a couple of the videos on this, and I have not seen other people have this issue, but again, I have not seen every video on this figure, but mine anyway is like just stupid loose with that connection, so I'm going to have to fix that. But that was a combined mode gun, so we can put that off to the side. And now we can continue working on this. We also have this section here. We want to just slide that out, put that off to the side for now. So what's going to happen here is we're going to take this front section and bring this up. This is going to fold down. You just want to extend this all the way up on those hinges. And you're going to bring this section back down, and there's a post right here. That little post is going to go into the barrel of this little cannon deal right here. So that's just going to come down and plug right in like so. Next, we're going to take these wheels. They're on a slider, so you want to slide them upward so you can rotate them in and then slide them back down to lock them into place. Same thing here. Just bring that up, rotate it, and then slide it back down. And then these are going to collapse inward on this double hinge like that. Make sure all this stays plugged in. This will just fold right up against the top like so. And then you can take this little cannon deal right here, and that will just tab into the side. And there you have his backpack all done. So now what you're going to do is just plug this in. Now there is like a tab right on top of this section here, so you're basically kind of swinging it up. So just kind of plug it in at an angle and then just kind of push it upward, and it'll just click right into place. And there you have his backpack all situated. And there you have Suiken in his robot mode. And he looks pretty good. I can work with it. I can definitely work with it. I have my gripes, but all in all, not a bad design. But let's get in close here so we can take a look not at his pecs, but at his noggin. Hey, there's a noggin. You can see nice orange there for the helmet, nice bright blue there for the visor, silver horns. Got the silver pecs going on there. Nice Autobot symbol. And there's a whole lot of green. A whole lot of green and gray. And some black. Little toesies. Move up the back. Obviously, like all these guys, he has a lot of backpack going on here. A lot of backpack. Well, that's okay. Not a deal breaker for me, but yeah, it's a lot of backpack. Oh no, though. Not too shabby. Now, articulation-wise, the head can rotate, can do a full 360. Of course, kind of all this gets in the way, but you can rotate, can look up a good bit, can do a little bit of squirrel, head can look down. There's a little bit of wiggly-waggly. I'm not sure if it's on a ball joint. I think it is. You get a little bit of wiggly-waggly. Now, as far as the arms go, the arms work kind of weird. He does have like a proper rotational joint here on his shoulder, but you kind of have to like hold all this in place because like this section doesn't seem to lock in anywhere unless I'm doing something wrong. But I don't think I am. So it's just like when you try to rotate the arm, this entire thing will kind of go with it. And that can get kind of annoying. I mean, granted, that's just added articulation, you can call it, but it's still as annoying if I just want to turn this. I'm going to have to hold this entire thing in place just to make sure it doesn't go with it. But, you know. But you also have that joint there for outward movement. You also have a proper joint right there for outward movement. So you have 2 points of outward movement. So again, added articulation. You have forward and backward movement. You do have bicep rotation, a single jointed elbow, but you get a bit over 90 degrees of bend. You have wrist rotation, the hands can open and close. You have waist rotation, you do have an ab crunch in there as well, which is nice. You also have kind of like a sideways joint there, so you can do teapot. You can do teapot mode. Oh, you can do teapot mode. Tip me over and pour me out. Yes, yes, yes. You do have waist rotation. These little panels here on the front and side can move out of the way. And also the butt plates can also move out of the way to accommodate the legs. Legs can move forward that far, back, about that far, outward. So things do collide a bit here when you're moving that joint back, so do be careful. And outward movements, you got that going on. You have thigh rotation, although I just made things come apart when I did that. His butt plate came off. That's unfortunate. It's just a friction hinge. I unclipped things here. When I was moving the legs, one thing about these train bots is they really don't stay together super securely. Like the connections are not like rock solid, which is unfortunate. There we go. Knees! You get 90 degrees. 90-degree knees as far as the feet go. The toes can move up. No downward movement. You do have a double hinge here, so you can get that whole foot to move up and down, but the toe just moves up, no downward. No rotation, and you do get, if you move this out of the way, you can get a bit of ankle tiltage. You also get toe tiltage right there. Now, as far as weaponry goes, there's quite a few options you have on how you can arm him up. Of course, we can give him his little blaster here, and it's a typical tab in the slot of the palm method of weapon holding. Just plug that in like so, and you can pew pew bang bang, pew pew bang bang, and all of that good stuff right there. You can also take this cannon, you can untab it, and then plug it into, untab it, and plug it into this slot right here, and you can have that as, well, over-the-shoulder cannon. Things you can do if you want to do it. You can also take this and tab it into a slot here on his arm and have that as an arm-mounted cannon. Hey, why not? We can also bring in the combined mode gun as added weaponry. We can break that apart, just let it fall apart. Remove these two sections, and you can flip a handle down here so you can hold this as a handheld weapon. You can also have him holding this as a separate handheld weapon. You can give this to your other bots if you want to. This, they don't tell you what to do. They're just like, whatever, do what you want with this. I don't know. They don't tell you if you can hold this in any way. I guess he could, but, you know, they don't tell you what to do with this in the instructions. And you can give him the entire combined mode gun if you want to by simply flipping this up. This bit here will rotate out to the side. You flip down the handle, and you can hold this like a big old bazooka type deal. Hey, things you can do if you want to do it. Options, they're good. And lastly but not leastly, the sand adapter can just plug right into his butt, like so. And voila, you can now have him drooping for justice. So there you have that, and now for comparison. Here he is with Masterpiece Sideswipe, with Earthrise Prime, just in case you wanted to know, with MP-44, Masterpiece Prime, and with the Moon Studio version. So you can see how that works out. And here he is with the rest of the team, so we can see how it is shaping up so far. They do look quite good together, so there you go. So that is basically it for the robot mode, so let's get down to transformation again. Shall we let's? So now to get him into combined mode, first thing we need to do is just remove the backpack. Just pop it off and put that off to the side. You want to take his pecs and just push them in, then take his head and slide it all the way back. I'm going to come back here and just kind of get the arms up and out of the way. We're going to take these panels here and just bring them out. And we can take this entire assembly and pull it out, rotate this all the way around, slide that back in, and we can rotate the hand around, and then we can bring these back up. And now he is Mr. Handhead. Hi. So now to get the arms situated, that's just weird. To get the arms situated, we're going to just take this panel, bring it up, bring this little gray bit back, just bring this out to the side. You're going to rotate the arm in at the bicep, open this up, flip the hand in, and close that forearm back up. So what's going to happen here is we need to bring this down, bring this down. So what's going to happen is we're going to rotate this up, swing it back, and rotate it down on this hinge, like so, and then just bring it back and around. Bring this down, get it out of the way so you can see what you're doing, and just shift all of that back and down. And that's how you want all that looking right there. That's how you want all those hinges looking. That is your orientation. So we're going to do the same thing on the other side. We'll just bring this out of the way now. So bring this back, flip that back, just swing that out, rotate the arm in, open, flip the hand in, close, and then we're doing the same thing. Just bring that up, rotate that shoulder down, and then just kind of swing it in like so. And that's what you're working with. You can just close that back up. We can tab the forearms together like so. Oh, and open all this up, bring that down, and then we can interlock all of this like so. And now what's going to happen is we're going to collapse all this down. We're bringing it forward and down. So just collapse all of this down, which can be a bit of a pain because these hinges are actually pretty snug. There we go. Let's push all that down until those hinges are just popping up through that opening there. That's what you want. And make sure it's up. There we go. And have these panels down. Now, one thing that I've noticed is that you can kind of see here, like these side panels, like they end up kind of sticking out a little bit. I've noticed that if you slide these back up, then this sits a lot more flush. And I personally prefer that. The instructions don't say to slide these back up for combined mode, but I like doing it because it just makes these panels just sit way more flush in combined mode. But that's a case of you can do what you want. Make sure everything here is pushed together. This section here will just rotate down, and there you have the forearm all done. Now the legs are easy to get situated. Not a whole lot we have to do here. You're just going to flip these little bits back out. You're going to bring these little back door sections back down, and then you're just going to connect it all together. Just clip it all together. Make sure everything is lined up, all nice and lined up like. You can just kind of push these feet back up so all that is sitting nice and flush. And that's all you have to do there. Then you just bend at the knees. And last thing to do is just take this little section here right above the knee. And they're going to flip out, and those are going to be your connectors to the main body. Bring that up. And there you have the arm all done. But we still have the backpack to work with here, so what we need to do is just untab silk cannon. You just want to extend that barrel, put that off to the side for now. Now we're just going to undo this here. We're going to bring this down, all the way down, flip it back into place. You want to leave this folded up like that, and you're going to bring this black section up, and it will sit like that. So you're going to bring these side panels out, extend it all the way out, and then we're going to fold this section down enough so we can take this little bit here and flip it in. That's just going to rotate in like that, and that will allow us to now take this and fold it all the way up. Then we're going to bring these panels in. There's a little tab slot connection right there. So tab it into the one side, tab it into the other side, like so. Flip it around, and then we take this section here, and it will just slide into these grooves on either side. Just bring that down, and there you have that section all done, and this is what we'll plug into the sides of the feet. And there you go. There you have this little foot cannon thing section, and you have the combined mode arm. Hooray for arms. And for comparison, here it is with the Moon Studio version in its combined mode. So there you go. So there you have Suiken, and yeah, he's okay. One thing I've noticed about this set is that as it progresses, they're kind of becoming less, less stable, less solid. The connections are not as solid as I would like. I don't really have a problem with the overall designs of these bots. I just wish there was some more positive locking points. But you do get a lot of display options with them, a lot of weapon options. So hey, options, they're good. You know it. And the set is coming along. Is it coming along nicely? But it's coming along. So there you go. Now, if you would like this or any other Masterpiece figures, you can check out BigBadToyStore.com for availability. There'll be a link in the description down below so you can check that out. You can also check out the write-in playlist for any reviews you may have missed, also linked in the description down below, so you can check that out as well. And I think that's it, so don't forget to check out MGames, check out Love, Peace, Paranormal, follow me on Twitter, all of that good stuff down in the description below, and I think that's pretty much all there is to say. So, there is the Takara MPG-04 Masterpiece Gattai Suiken, and this is EmGo's saying, remember, you don't stop playing because you grow old because you stop playing. Big geek, be proud, bomb in your face. Reporting for duty. Oh, the trains just keep rolling into the station. Ah, see what I did there? Yes, sir, you're very clever. So what have you got for me? What do I have for you? A strategy. The perfect strategy for defeating the Decepticons. It's a plan so foolproof, even you could understand it. I don't know whether to be excited or insulted. Both. Both, sir. Yes! Wait a second. Nah, I don't care. Yes!